Alright guys, we're back. Dynamite 250 just happened. I didn't like it. I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't like it. It wasn't good. So Dynamite 250 just happened. Let's talk about it a little bit. Let's get into it. First thing, pretty obvious, the big highlight of the match. MJF versus Will Ospreay. This big match that was really hyped up for free TV. The two biggest stars on the program, two biggest stars in the company. But yes, free TV in Little Rock. I think Little Rock. I apologize, Little Rock, Arkansas. That's where it was, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. This felt. Let's start with the beforehand. How do I feel about this? I don't know if a match of this caliber should ever be on free TV ever. I don't know if as a booker, it's not wise to ever do anything like this. And you can say, oh, you're creating a story, and AEW is different because of their pay-per-view schedule, all this, blah, blah, blah. But look, you'd never see, ever, from the WWE, anything like this. Cody Rhodes' biggest enemy is Roman Reigns, technically. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes would never, ever, for an example, I'm just giving you an example, that'd never pop up on free TV. That wouldn't pop up on a regular pay-per-view. So, for a match of this caliber, of this ilk, you can build it up. You should build it up. And then maybe have the match. And you can have it all in. But whatever, they had the match nonetheless, all right? And they had the match. They went for 1 hour. And look, there's been a lot of different views on this. I just think for 1 hour of free TV, 1 hour free TV, a 1 hour match on free TV is, again, like, it's just not good business. I don't know how to put it. It's not good business. It's not good business. We're going to see how the ratings come up in a couple days. But I don't think that's good business, man. That's not good business at all. AEW then, we'll proceed with the rest of the show, but let me get back to this. This match, let me go over it. It just how you'd expect it to go. Trading moves the entire time. The trading moves outside the ring. The referee let it go outside the ring and let it spill there for a little while. This is what it was. That's basically what it was the entire time. Just move after move. And I don't know, man. I don't know. What I hate about this is it goes back to that topic, the other day. Realism. This is not realistic. Like, so, in this case, you had two guys who were relatively similar sizes, going against each other, like, taking blows. Why would this ever go on for 60 minutes? Think of a fight. Like, just think traditionally of a fight. Why would a fight ever drag on? How does a fight ever drag on for 60 plus minutes? And it would have dragged on longer, technically, but it only technically didn't because of a Dynamite Diamond Ring knockout. So MJF ends up winning the title. He beats Will Ospreay. Just as Will Ospreay, again, he's about to hit him with a Tiger Driver. He reverts. He says he's not going to do it. He changes his mind as he's about to do it. And all of a sudden, it ends on a fucking ref bump. And all of a sudden, Max has got the Dynamite Diamond Ring. Oh my God, this thing's never going to fuck off. And he hits Will Ospreay, and he knocks him out. Can you believe it? That knocked him out. Not the million other things, like all the other blows he's taking for an hour. But it's like he got hit with the ring. He's completely done. He's KO'd. So that ended the match, and Max barely won. And they had the cool image of him laying on Will, just like, I did it. He, barely could get through it. And then he had to get the oxygen mask. And he's like, oh my, it was easy. He's going, whatever, man. It was boring. 60 minutes of just like, it gets boring. It gets a little boring of like, oh, bump after bump, bump after bump. And then not only that, all that for the match to not really matter. Like, the bumps didn't fucking matter. Because technically, if you get hit by the ring, it's over. So it's like, all that talk, all that like, oh, it's a big match with big match feel and all that. And it's just like, well, look what comes out of it. Look what we got out of it, It's like, it really was not going to end on any other outcome outside of like the Dynamite Diamond Ring more than anything else. That's what ended the match. Nothing else did. Will Ospreay was knocked out because of the Dynamite Diamond Ring. That's so stupid. It takes away from the entire match, right? Like, it takes away from an hour of a match. It's like the whole reason he won was because he got hit unconscious by the ring. Like, God damn it. Why the fuck did we watch that? And I already kind of came into it thinking Max is going to win. It makes sense. He's going to win. He's going to face Will at all in. But I just wish, like, I don't know. I wish some of this you could do over a long-term period of time because there's not enough heat on the two of them, man. Just not. They're the biggest stars, but there's not enough heat. So this match, I don't know. It was a good match. Look, if you like professional wrestling, if you like watching the craft of professional wrestling, if you want to watch two really good individuals, who I know Will Ospreay, the jokes, who can't sell, blah blah blah, who know how to sell on a decent level, who know how to make the product look okay. It's not bad. It's all right, but it just feels like that's boring. Like a 60-minute investment, and let's be honest, nothing fucking mattered because the only thing that mattered was him getting KO'd by a ring. Like, off a goddamn ref bump. Like, just... All right, whatever, man. Cool. So, cool. And then, if you want to... I don't know if I want to do this, but I might do this. Why don't we give it a grade, okay? Because I'll give it a grade. I give it a B. I give it a B. I was going to say C, but I'm going to give it a B. How about a B? All right. It's a good match with good competitors, and there's a story to it, and it's, a relatively qualitative ending, I guess, but just like, I don't know, I don't know. Did it need to be? What if that match was 30 minutes? Would you have complained if it was a 30-minute match? Would you have been upset? I don't think so. I wouldn't have been upset. 30 minutes would have been good, right? If it ended the same way and was 30 minutes, would that have been bad? Probably not. But whatever. It's fine. It's cool. And don't come back to me and say I don't like wrestling or AEW. No, that's not true. I just sometimes you don't always need to do things, Sometimes the longest match isn't always the longest payoff or the best payoff, That's just not always true. The next segment was the Jericho segment. This wasn't bad. I like the Jericho stuff. I don't mind it. I think it's some of the only stuff that sticks on TV. The people are booing him. There's some heat. You can pretend like there's not. There is heat. The people there are upset. They are reacting to him. It's fine. It was a good enough segment. I don't know how I felt about it though, because it got so geriatric and awkward. Like, I think it's Suzuki, right? And Suzuki's just like got this note that Brian Keith takes. Brian Keith's like, I'm gonna rip the note out of Suzuki's hand. What's this? It's like, I don't know if that was necessary. I wish, maybe you could just communicate, like just speak. Maybe if Suzuki just was at the entranceway and he just said like, next week me and you Jericho, and there was some like nonchalant reasoning, maybe that would have been better. I don't know. Instead, he couldn't even really speak his full words. Like, I don't even remember what he fucking said, but he didn't even get a full sentence off. So, kind of a geriatric segment. I mean, but mostly Jericho. It's mostly about Jericho. It's mostly about getting Jericho on TV. Jericho, look, for people who don't know, Jericho makes the money. Jericho segments are very popular segments, more often than not, than the rest of AEW television. It's weird. It's weird because it doesn't seem like that from the IWC, but it's true. They are pretty popular segments. But I don't know. This segment was I'm not going to go into this. I don't really like it. I'm not going to give it to a grade. I'll say. I don't like it. All right? So then afterwards, we get the Nyla Rose versus Mercedes Moné TBS Championship match. And this wasn't bad. Like, this was, but look, I'm not going to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. But I'm going to be that guy. I don't even care. Nyla Rose is big. Okay? And I know she's a man biologically and all that and whatever, transgender now, whatever. But Nyla Rose is big. Nyla Rose is really big-bodied. Like, very, very big-bodied. Okay? This is not me trying to be transphobic or anything, in that ilk. It's like, no. Nyla Rose is gigantic compared to Mercedes Moné. Sasha Banks is too tiny. Sasha Banks looks way too damn tiny. She already is. She already is petite, and she's already small, and she's already really skinny. But she looks way too damn tiny. And it's like, again, who is buying that? And not only that, man, you booked her against a biological man. Like, who's buying that? Who's buying that TV? Who's buying that? There's other women in AEW who could easily be put in that spot that aren't Nyla Rose and that fit the spot better, that look the spot better against Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, right? I'm sure there's plenty of people for a one-off match on AEW 250. But I guess maybe it's like, oh, Nyla's been there since the start and to commemorate Nyla. Like, all right, man, whatever, man. Not a really great match or anything. Nothing of notoriety came out of this. Britt Baker came out. She was in the crowd watching, and all of a sudden she sneaked up on what's her face on Sasha Banks, and it just wasn't with a mask, and then Sasha Banks, she saw her and she starts running away. She's screaming. She's terrified. Oh my God, that woman's way scarier than fucking Nyla Rose. Really, Britt Baker, like skinny, attractive, like Britt Baker. Yeah, she's terrifying. Oh my god! But Nyla Rose comes. Oh, whatever. I can go beat her ass up. I can go beat this person up like without a problem. Like, okay, really? Just it's so goofy, man. It's so goofy. Whatever. The following segment, I believe, was what do we have? It's Mariah May. So, you know, I actually thought this was okay, bro. So I'm not even gonna fucking shit on this. The funny moment was Tony Schiavone when he called her a bitch on commentary, which is super out of the blue. But this was okay. She really did look like Tony. I thought that was Tony for sure. But this was fine. This worked. It wasn't, it's good. My only issue with this story is this could have been a better story. This could have been a much better story. We could have got a better payoff to this maybe. Instead of just like, she won the Owen Hart tournament, now she's turning on her. And then her reasoning during the whole promo was just like, I could have done this any day I wanted. I could have turned on Toni Storm whenever I wanted. It's like, all right, man, whatever. Sure. Do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she could have done it. I don't know. She's like, I'm going to do it though. And I don't know. Kind of a weird, I'd rather have her just like actually came out with real reasoning and just been like, because long in the past I've had these alliances, or I don't know, something better, bro. Something, I don't know. This is fine. They booed her. That's good. That's what matters. So it works. That's a good segment overall. And then finally, the World Championship match, Swerve and Okada. This was okay. Oh, it wasn't a World Championship match. Champion versus champion match. This was okay. Like, again, you're going to build this up for free TV. Interestingly, it's fine. It ended through disqualification via Young Bucks. I was wondering, I'm like, there's no way Swerve gonna pin Okada. That was really the only sensible outcome to me. That's the only thing that made sense to me, at least at the time. But that didn't end up happening. Swerve, it just ended on DQ. The Bucks came in, and it just became a brawl. And who else came? I think Briscoe came, and the Acclaim came after, and Jack Perry, and and then all of a sudden it sets up that Hangman's big entrance, and he gets that big stare down potentially with friggin' Swerve, and then all of a sudden comes out of nowhere from the sky. Like, it's just, this was a geriatric segment, man. Like, this was okay. Like, the match could have ended on DQ with a brawl, and then all of a sudden though, it's just like, because it makes sense for it to end in DQ. Like, if Okada was on the verge of losing, it makes sense for the Bucks to come in and try to, end the match. It's fine. But I don't know, like, all of a sudden Darby Allin, we're all just sitting there and we're watching our TVs, and everyone's just standing in the arena, and we're just waiting for Darby Allin to come down from his fuck-ass entrance. And I don't even give a shit that it was the Owen Hart entrance. I don't care about any of that. Like, I don't care. That doesn't, it's offensive to Martha, whatever. No one gives a fuck. All right? That's not what's important. All right? It was just over the top. Like, and it's also, they could say, look, at Dynamite 250, remember? Darby came out from the top of the ceiling. Oh my God. Like, ugh. Oh, he did it. He came out the top of the ceiling. Oh. For all this heat, man. For all this heat. This Blood and Guts match, we're about to end it right here. But this Blood and Guts match I'm excited for it. It's good. It's a cool stipulation. It's a cool match. Good competitors, but the heat isn't all the way there with everyone. Certain people have extreme heat, and certain people have fucking no heat at all. And there's no reason to care about this match because of that at times. You know what I'm saying? I like the investment with Swerve and Adam Hangman Page. I think that's been going on for a long time. That makes plenty of sense. But I don't think I buy into this whole thing. Everyone here has got beef with each other, and it makes sense. It's just like we're plopping people together to make a match. We just got to keep putting everyone against the Elite. Why can't the Elite we're going to make probably a video about this, but why can't the Elite storyline be more invested into? It needs way more investment, man. It needs way more real investment, the Elite storyline. Because this version of the Elite fucking stinks. That's the real truth. But either way, let's just give it a match. Let's give this a grade. This segment, we'll give it like a C+, B-. This Dynamite, let's give it a C+, man. Let's give it a C+, B-. It's something like that. It's not bad. It was alright. Not great. We got supposedly one of the most legendary matches ever, I guess. I don't know, man. Like, It feels like you have to do more to make matches more legendary in professional wrestling. It's fake wrestling. Remember that. It's fake. It's a fake sport. It's not real fighting. So it's like we need real heat. We need real heat. Or not real heat, but we need like really good manufactured heat. We need something that's a little more substantial. But this was fine. This was okay. The match was long. The match was a little bit too long. But this was all right.